All right. Everybody hear me all right?
Sweet.
All good?
Hi, Twitch.
Hey, Twitch. What's up, everybody? My name is Tom Rasmussen. I work here at RV. I run Breath of the Wild any %, which means we go from the beginning of the game to the end of the game as fast as humanly possible.
While learning Italian along the way.
Yeah, so that's going to be the first thing you notice. I'll talk about that as we start. But since we're not GDQ and we're not doing the timer, we'll just get right into it. So Breath of the Wild, I'm a huge Zelda fan. I played the original Zelda when it came out. I played every Zelda game that's came out. I have a Zelda tattoo on my leg. It is by and far my favorite series out there.
Is your favorite Zelda of all time Breath of the Wild?
Yeah, so originally my favorite Zelda was Majora's Mask, then Ocarina of Time, and then Link Between Worlds.
You're one of those Majora's Mask weirdos.
Those are my favorites.
Uh-huh.
When I finally got my hands on a Switch and played Breath of the Wild, it quickly took #1 spot. I don't want to know the amount of hours I've put into this game because it's something obnoxious.
I mean, half of them are on Twitch, right?
Yeah, I stream this every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
Gotcha.
Right around 5:30 Eastern Standard Time.
And where can the participants and the people in the audience find you?
That would be twitch.tv/TallusThomas. Give me a follow there. I stream Breath of the Wild. I also stream some development every once in a while because I work on a speedrun timer. So right off the bat, we are in the Shrine of Resurrection. So Link has been asleep for 100 years. They put him there when they were fighting Calamity Ganon originally. He's been asleep for 100 years. So first thing you do when you wake up is you grab your phone. So that's exactly what we're doing.
Is Link a millennial or a zoomer?
I
I don't know.
think he's a millennial. I mean, he's from the 80s.
There you go. Makes
All right,
sense.
so he's a millennial. So that's the Sheikah Slate. This is actually something that we're going to be using quite a bit. So the fun thing about Breath of the Wild, and this is what makes it different than a bunch of Zelda games, is the first glitch is actually right here in the very beginning. So we're going to do something called the Shrine of Resurrection clip. Right there, we activated the scope. And right now, we're going to get Link into a certain position in the corner here. We're going to get the camera set up right. And hopefully, if I can do this, get the right spot. This is very finicky. We'll clip right through the wall. So now we're outside. We're out of bounds. We're going to climb up this wall real quick. And I'll explain this trick right here in a second. Oh, ran out of stamina there, so we got to hang out here for a second. All right, so now we got to get to this spot right about here, pop up, and we're back in bounds. So what we did is we just skipped the whole introduction cutscene, which loses a bunch of time. But another thing that happens is since we never activated that first cutscene, the in-game clock is permanently stuck at 5:15 a.m. So the weather never changes. It's always sunny. Yeah. So right there we picked up a pot lid. That is going to be our shield for the entire run. And we're going to pick up some mushrooms real quick. So if you've played Breath of the Wild before, you're familiar with this little green wheel here. That's your stamina bar. Now some of you that don't know any speedrunning techniques will notice that I can still run and gain stamina. That's a technique called whistle sprinting. Probably one of the oldest speedrunning tricks that we use.
I mean, I did that when I was playing without speedrunning. So as
Yeah.
soon as I heard you can get stamina back by whistling,
Yeah, so
never stopped.
the way that works is you hold the whistle button, which is down on the D-pad, and then you just tap your sprint, and you actually can run, I think it's close to like 75% normal speed, but you can regain stamina while still running forward. It's a pretty cool trick. A lot of people do know it. All right, so right now we're going to go up this hill, and we're going to get our arrows and a bow. We're really going to need these for later on. Hopefully these bokoblins behave. Bokoblins are not very friendly most of the time. Okay, they're good. So we got the 5 arrows, we got that bow, and we're going to shield surf away from them.
Is that bow guaranteed? to
That
always
bow
get enough
is
bokoblin?
guaranteed. The arrows and the bow are both guaranteed.
Cool.
All right, so we got to hurry up and get out of the cold. We're already down to a half a heart. Link takes damage every, I think, 10 seconds while he's in cold weather. And since we're running around in our underwear, there's no way to mitigate that. So, if you've played this game before, you'll notice something. The shrine is actually not active. Shrines are usually a orange color when they're not complete. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to do something called a shield clip, and we're going to clip in through the side here, just like that. There's a weird mechanic with, if you land Link on a shield, on a surface where he will slide off but not fall, you'll get something called skew. And you can use that if you unequip a shield. You can clip through any of these single layer walls. There's another way of doing double layer walls called extended shield clip, but that is a frame perfect trick. You have to literally land on the exact frame needed.
So very, very hard to do.
It's not hard, it's exact though. So the consistency of doing a normal shield clip versus what we call an ESC for short is very much debated. ESCs technically are faster if you can get them first try and consistently. The issue with that is they're not consistent. All right, so this is the first shrine. Shrines are a new feature, or a new idea in Breath of the Wild. So what we do is we use stasis. Stasis pauses items in time. So what we do there is we freeze that cog so we can get across. We freeze that boulder so it doesn't squash us while we run up this. We'll whistle sprint. And one of the newer features that's not in many other Zelda games is Link can actually jump whenever you want to make him jump. So you can actually double jump too, if you use your shield. So we just skipped over a part where they would normally want us to stasis. And that is the first shrine. We have to get 4 of these shrines. We have to do stasis. We're going to do cryonis next, followed by magnesis, and then bombs.
Gotcha.
You have to do that because in order to get the power glider, which gets you off of the Great Plateau, you have to have all 4 shrines.
Gotcha.
We have a $50 donation from Courtney M. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
Excellent. Okay, so you notice that I'm playing in Italian. I usually play in French or German. Those are the 2 fastest. There's a specific reason for Italian, and it is coming up right here. So that old man, usually if you're playing in French or German, just kind of chuckles. For some reason, the Italian voice actor just thought screaming was a great idea. So we're going to mash through the text. This is the only dialogue we really have to go through that has options. So the fastest route, someone actually timed this, is you go 2, 1, 1, 2. So you get the bottom option, the top option twice, and then this one you get the bottom option. He's going to have us look at our slate. And then we're going to run away from this old man because he's weird. Okay, cool. So now we have to go to Cryonis. And Cryonis is all the way on the other side of the map.
I have a feeling we're going to see this a lot.
Actually, this trick you're going to see once.
Oh, okay.
So this is an intended thing. The developers actually showed off stasis launches during the E3 debut of Breath of the Wild. This next thing called a bullet time bounce is not intended at all. This is actually a pretty precise trick, so I got to focus here for a second. But there is a weird interaction with Link shield surfing, bullet time, and creatures that ragdoll. So we go into bullet time here. We're going to bounce off, and
wow,
we're going to launch ourselves through the air. This is called a bullet time bounce. And it's also going to be followed shortly with a full damage cancel. So you do this, and we just run.
And no damage.
No damage. So
nice.
I'll explain those 2 tricks quickly, because I'm just going to do another shield clip here. Bullet time bounces are really fun. They're pretty precise because the angles vary on the way that the bokoblin is facing. But long story short, if you go into bullet time and you come in contact with a enemy that ragdolls, so red bokoblins in normal mode, or if any of the other enemies that you shoot with an ice arrow first, that ragdolls them.
Gotcha.
The multiplier for velocity is, I think it's either 19 or 20 times the speed. So whatever velocity you hit it with, you get 20 times the speed back.
And that is why you flew all the way across the tutorial area.
That's exactly it.
Cool.
And semi-spoiler alert, we're going to do one later that actually takes us all the way from the Great Plateau right into the Ganon's castle.
Gotcha.
All right, so
what did you just pick up?
So right now we're getting Cryonis. This is probably the most useless of the runes. We get the superpower to make giant ice cubes.
Okay, cool.
We're going to go for a trick called Cryo Skip. This is saves about 7 seconds in a run. So if you mess it up, it's not that bad. It looks cool when you get it, but it's not the end of the world if you miss it. So what we're going to do is we're going to set a block down right here. And jump up. Nope. All right, it didn't work.
Oh.
Let's just go for it again. This is going to shoot us, whatever. Nope. All right, never mind. So usually what you would do is you'd run, jump on your shield, and what'll happen is as the ice block is raising, Link can kind of bounce off of it, and you'll land right on the ledge right in front of Link right now.
Gotcha.
Like I said, it saves about 7 seconds, so it's not end of the world if you miss it.
But required for like world record runs
Yeah,
and
if you're
stuff.
starting to do like top 10 contention, and the top 10 speeds have dropped considerably since the discovery of some new glitches,
Gotcha.
you pretty much have to have a perfect run. So right here you'll notice, I'll actually wait until the text skips before I skip the cutscene. If you don't do that and you hit skip right away, you actually get a double load. And what that means is that it actually takes like 10 to 15 seconds before that loading bar actually even moves. It just sits there on the loading screen. So you actually lose time from skipping too early. All right, so here we're gonna go for another bullet time bounce. Hopefully I can get this one. This has been agreed to be the least consistent out of all of them. So we gotta shoot there, get there. Nope, too early. So we're gonna land in the forest here. If you get the timing right and you hit towards the Bokoblin's butt, like his lower back, you can actually, you can see the shrine in the corner over there.
Right.
You can actually make your way all the way into the shrine so fast that the shrine's textures have it loaded and you can just run through the front door. You don't have to clip in.
That's why it's hitching right now, right? Because
Yeah.
it's actually trying to load the content off of the hard drive
Yeah, so if
in a
you've
way
played
it's not used to.
Yeah, if you've played Breath of the Wild, you'll pretty much remember that there's no loads. We move too quickly in this game when we speedrun it, so the game actually has to take the time to load. So we're gonna use a rocket tree.
That's just a normal phrase that people say, right?
Yeah,
Rocket tree.
this is a normal thing. I'm gonna miss, apparently, because Lonk is Lonk. So when Link doesn't agree with you, we call him Lonk.
Got it.
Because he does dumb things. So we're just gonna whistle sprint our way there. Usually you can use that tree as a rocket ship, essentially, and launch our way over there, but it's fine, we'll just run.
And we'll take in the scenery, and we'll take this time to remind you in the audience and you on Twitch what we're here for. We're Red Ventures. We are a tech company based out of Charlotte, and we're here on Twitch to raise money for Extra Life. We are raising, our goal is $5,000 for the Levine Children's Hospital of Charlotte, and we are currently at almost $2,000, and we just got started. We got a whole set of games to get through, and we're counting on you to help us save sick kids. So, thank you.
So this is actually probably the most boring of the shrines. It doesn't have any cool strategies or anything. Like we're literally just gonna run through it.
Gotcha. Do it as intended?
Not really.
Okay.
So we're gonna skip one intended part. We're actually just gonna shield jump over a gap where usually you'd have to magnesis something in the way. So this is the rune that allows you to pick up metal objects and kind of fling it around.
Okay.
I do want to take a moment to talk about Extra Life. Extra Life is a foundation that is near and dear to my heart. They help raise money for families of kids with cancer so they can afford treatment, lodging, and any of the other expenses that occur while cancer treatment. The reason that this is so dear to me is my sister actually had a brain tumor when we were very young. And I'm originally from New York, so we used to have to commute from Long Island, New York, into Manhattan 2 to 3 times a week during her roughest period of treatment. And have to commute to New York. And Extra Life actually started off originally just getting video game consoles for the playrooms in hospitals.
Yeah.
So
the kids
siblings like me would have something to do.
Yeah.
They've since grown immensely. And now they help children's hospitals all over the world, not even just here in the U.S., I don't think. I think they are a worldwide thing. So I skipped early, so it's going to load a little longer. So when we were deciding what foundation we wanted to do and Extra Life came in, I was immediately on board with that.
Yep.
Just because it is very expensive. My family had to struggle a little bit during that time, and I'm tearing up a little bit right now. So every donation you make will help a family and a kid in need. All right, so now we are going to surfboard. Gonna grab this giant hunk of metal out of here, push this box aside. And we're gonna go surfing a little bit. So get that charged up nice and red.
Rocket plank?
Surfboard. We actually just call this surfboard because surfboard. Oh, okay. So hopefully these bokoblins behave. And he runs up. Yep, like just like that. And we're gonna just kind of go off of his back.
Very nice.
That was actually the fast angle.
And now we're loading.
Now we're loading.
Because you're not supposed to do this if you didn't know.
Yeah. So we just full damage cancel, and now we're onto the bomb shrine. Okay, so this one can be a little, this was probably the most difficult clip I had to do because there's two. You have to do that one, and then you have to actually clip right there.
Very nice.
That timing is very specific. You have to hit at just the right moment, and you get through actually the seam where the floor meets the wall. So this is going to be the first time I get to show off any of the new cool techniques. So September 5th, I actually remember the date because I woke up, I think it was a Saturday, I woke up, this was all over the Discord for Breath of the Wild. It was all over Twitter, the Breath of the Wild Twitter area. There was something discovered called a wind bomb. Now, you get a rune in this game. You actually get two runes. You get a round bomb and a square bomb. We discovered, or one of our glitch hunters discovered, that you can actually launch Link anywhere you can enter bullet time by using these two bombs. So usually what you would have to do in this shrine is throw a bomb, blow up that wall, run, blow up another wall, and rinse and repeat blowing up walls. Actually, let me do this real quick. All right. But now what we can do is we can just kind of aim here. We're gonna go here, and we're just gonna jump forward, drop the second bomb, and then we're just gonna do this.
That's awesome.
And we're just gonna, fly over the wall and skip the shrine pretty much entirely.
How much time did this shave off of the world records?
So it only shaved a couple seconds off. But when you're getting in world record contention, it's definitely been pushing it. The world record was just set by a runner named Wallhike Song. He actually did the GDQ run earlier this year. He just set the world record at 28 minutes and 22 seconds for the no amiibo category.
Very cool.
The amiibo category, which that's coming up. I'll explain the difference between the two shortly. Is 27 minutes and 50-something seconds. So it's been really pushed lately. That's thanks to another glitch that was literally discovered a couple weeks ago. But we'll get to that when we get there. So right now we got to deal with the old man again. He likes to talk.
While he's talking, I'm going to grab something for the camera. Be right back.
We have two new donations. The first is a $25 donation from our very own Yates. And the second is another donation from James von Boxtel. He says, "Great job, Thomas. Thanks for supporting such a great cause." That's a $50 donation from him. Thanks so much, James.
Thank you so much for those donations.
Thank you, guys. All right, so I screwed up a little bit right there. Usually you can skip this Guardians cutscene, but he saw me, so unfortunately we lost a little bit of time there.
While you recover, I'm going to show off one of the pieces of swag we have for donations for this run. Donations of $100 or more during Thomas' stream will put you in contention for some handmade Zelda art. We also have Labo kits. We also have t-shirts. So get your donations in. This is for this run. So if you want this, I like it a lot. It's very cool. My wife made it, so of course I like it a lot. But it is very nice. Get your donations in, $100 during this stream. Breath of the Wild will get you in contention for this. Cool. And again, that's on campus.
So while Wesley was talking right there, I had to hunt down a beetle. If you saw, I was looking at different trees, trying to figure out where he is. The beetle's location is completely random. He will be on one of those trees. We just don't know which one. He's necessary. It's necessary to pick up that beetle because we need to make a level 3 attack up potion in order to fight the boss rush at the end of the run. And also, you'd usually do a tree launch there, but I didn't get the timing right. So this is another sprinting technique we have. It's called throw sprinting. If you mash the throw button and sprint at the same time, you run a little bit faster than you would with a whistle sprint, but it's a little bit harder to time because it has to be an exact cancel.
I wish I had a camera for just your hands, because you've got this awesome claw grip, and you're hitting like 7 buttons at once.
Yeah, I'm just button mashing to skip the cutscene. So, all right, we just got the paraglider. So usually this would take people, I don't know how long to get. I know my dad is still stuck on trying to get to that. But we just got it fairly quickly. So the king's going to talk, find out that he's King Rome, and then we're going to do some, I gotta concentrate here, because we're going to do a pretty exact trick at the moment. So this is another bullet time bounce. We'll take it.
Nice.
So this isn't the perfect one. This will get us close enough, though. But we're going to just skip over Hyrule Field. So this nice big area that the game developers worked on.
We don't need to see it.
I mean, you can see it. You need to watch it a little bit. It's pretty cool. You might see some horses.
I mean, I think they did expect you to spend 40 hours here.
At least. But yeah, we're not about that life.
We got things to do, people.
Little update. With those last 2 donations, we are now at $2,000 raised.
Woo!
Yeah.
$2,000. Good work.
Good work, everybody. Thank you so much for your donations. It really means a lot to me. Okay, Link.
Well, he's Lonk right now, right?
No, that was a Link moment. That was
okay.
completely unintended. So you saw we actually beat the ground. So the ground wasn't fully loaded by the time we got here. All right, so we didn't get there fully, but we can use the wind bomb technique to get ourselves actually over to the castle. So we'll just aim this way. There we go. And now we have the paraglider, so we can actually get pretty far doing that.
You make that look so easy.
We'll just, we'll go in here. All right, so the next part, we're gonna need some prayers that RNG is on our side. So there's 2 things we're hoping for. One, we're hoping for good arrows, because we're gonna need those during the boss fight. That's from this crate. Okay, we got decent. So we got 5 fire arrows there and 1 arrow, so that's pretty okay. We're gonna actually have to save here, though. The reason that we save here is when we break this crate open, we're hoping for a mighty banana, and there's a 50 to 60% chance that we get one. We actually got double banana.
Bananas.
So
even RNG is trying to help the kids today.
yeah, seriously, double banana is really good because we actually skip picking up another item. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make our way into the dining hall of Hyrule Castle, and we're going to go steal some weapons. Because we need weapons, because we can't beat Ganon with an axe, unfortunately, as much as I would love to.
But we can beat him with no pants.
Well, yeah, pants are optional. I might die here. Didn't die, just took some damage. All right, so you know what we'll do? We're gonna run by. I'm gonna grab this, because we need it. I have to grab the bow on the way out. I have to remember that. Need that, need that. Okay. So this isn't so glitch heavy as this is just execution heavy. So we just have to make sure we do everything properly, and we'll be good to go. So we're gonna run it here. We're gonna grab this sword, and this is gonna be used in a couple minutes because we're gonna do a couple things. So we're also gonna place this bomb down right here. Run over here, get this Lizalfo's attention, and just run by. And the thing is, he's gonna be distracted by that bomb and leave us alone. Next, we're going to shield jump over this, and we're going to sneak strike this moblin. The reason he wasn't paying attention is because there's a weird interaction when Link whistles, and how a moblin, and how mobs work. So we just did that. We need to get the Royal Guard's bow and the Royal Guard's claymore right there, and then we break these crates for arrows. Looks like we got decent ones, so we should be fine. That's a bomb arrow. That's good. Got some electric arrows. All right, cool. We should be pretty good on that. Now we gotta climb back up here. And jump. All right, cool, we made it up. So fun fact, Link jumps the highest when his stamina is about to run out on a hill. So while you're climbing,
I didn't know that.
if Link is about to go red and you hit jump, he will jump higher. All right, so this guy is completely distracted by the bomb. I always appreciate this because he's very excited. We're going to kill him.
Aw.
We're going to take his boomerang, which is needed, and we're also going to take his shield just as a backup. Okay, so now we're going to blow that bomb up because, you know, doing it stealthy is overrated. Go over here, and what we got to do is we got to grab... Did I grab the banana? I don't remember. I'll just pick this up. Grab this razor shroom here, as well as that truffle because we need to heal up. And we got to get the guy on the left is a stone crusher. We need that. So we throw this bomb to distract both of them. Run over here, sneak strike them, lay an arrow on fire, light this so we can cook something, grab the stone crusher. No, we're going to grab this just for safety, because that actually gives us a faster duration. All right, so we grab the beetle, 2 bananas, a razor shroom, and these moblin guts. And we cook them. Doesn't that sound delicious?
Yeah.
Guts, beetles, and bananas.
I mean, I'm sure it sounds paleo or healthy or something. I don't know.
So the reason we did that is we need to get a 3 attack up potion. And we actually got the critical. So anytime you make food or potions that have an effect with a duration on Breath of the Wild, you can actually get a crit. So it'll actually have a longer duration. So usually that potion has a duration of about 6 minutes. Right now it has one of 11.
Nice.
So this part is a little frustrating sometimes. We're going to wind bomb our way to the bosses. So first one launches us straight up. We're going to land right here. We're going to aim this way, back here, and see if we can do it again. Nope. All right. Messed up the timing. All right. Let's try this again. There we go. Should be good. All right, cool. It's going to launch us right to the door.
Awesome.
So that was Hyrule Castle. All right, now we're on to what I think is going to be the most exciting part for a lot of people. So recently we discovered something, and it's very broken. It was discovered that enemies take damage during cutscenes.
I have heard of this one.
So what we're going to do, and I have to kind of pony forward a little bit because it's a very exact spot. We're going to aim right about there. Okay. So we're going to aim there. Mm-hmm. We're going to drink the attack up potion because we want to do more damage. And then what we're going to do, let me just double check. Yeah. Oh, I didn't grab the second bow, which like I said, I had to. It's all right. We'll recover. And we're just going to walk forward. And we're going to skip this first little cutscene. And then hopefully this worked. Hopefully I did the positioning right. Looks good so far. So if you notice, he's kind of shaking a lot. And he'll start shaking a lot again in a second. Another hit. There we go. Let's hit. Wait.
That doesn't look right.
We just killed the boss with 1 arrow. So we're on to the second boss already. So we'll skip that, and we'll go ahead to beat this. So this is Water Blight. That first one we killed was Wind Blight. That discovery shaved about 35 seconds off of the runtime. So the top runners have been kind of popping off on the leaderboards. People are PBing like crazy. The times are going down.
PBing is personal best for the non-speeder crew.
Yeah, sorry. All right, so that was already phase 1.
Nice.
Just had to hit him a whole bunch. We're going to go into phase 2. He takes a little while because he likes to warp around the room. Unfortunately, we can't skip that. But I will do my best to talk about this as we go. All right, so we're going to switch to the Royal Guard's sword right here. We're going to run over here. All right, he does follow. We have to shoot him here in the head twice. 2. He's going to fall down. And we're going to run over here and just hit him a bunch. All right, cool. We're going to switch back to the Skull Crusher. And we're going to wait right here. I'm going to do 1 and 2, knock him back down. And then we're just going to spin attack. And that's boss number 2. This is Fire Blight. So Fire Blight ignores something in this game called one-hit protection. If you are at full health and Link gets hit with what would normally be a fatal attack, usually what'll happen is it'll put Link at a quarter of a heart.
Okay.
There are certain enemies, Fire Blights cleave, and pretty much any attack from Calamity Ganon in Phase 2 will just kill you. So hopefully that doesn't happen later.
And you have no extra hearts, no extra protection, no armor.
No, man, I'm running around in my underwear.
If he looks at you, GG.
So right now he's going to float around, and we're going to do the tried and true Breath of the Wild fire mechanic where the boss needs a bomb thrown at him. We're going to hit him 3 times. Oh, he got up fast. That's not good. All right, we'll do a little damage to him. Cancel out. That's unlucky. Usually he lays on the ground a little bit longer, and you can get some spin attacks in and kind of skip what he's doing. So we'll stun him, and then we'll go ahead and do a 1, 2, 3, and he's down.
Awesome.
All right, we're on to the last of the Blights. This is Thunder Blight. He is the least forgiving out of all of these guys. So you have to break his shield, spin attack. If you notice, I face away from him when I spin attack. And the reason I do that is because you can actually get multiple hits when you do a spin attack and you hit something that way. So we just want to do damage. So that puts him into Phase 2. Very straightforward. Phase 2 is a little tricky. If you played this casually, you'll kind of remember this. You have to kind of get these magnetic poles and bring them up close to him and all this other stuff. We're just not going to do that. So we have this boomerang here. We're going to kind of dodge those. Throw the boomerang, break his shield, headshot him, run up. We're going to hit him 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. Breaks his shield again. Grab this, and we're just going to spin attack till he dies. There's the double hits, and he's dead. So those are all 4 of the bosses. And now we're on to the big Doom Spider. This is Calamity Ganon. This is the end boss. Throw that at him. Make sure I get a weapon out. Okay, didn't get the flurry rush there. Didn't get that either. All right, you know what? Come on, dude. Do something easy. There we go. Wow, all right. I am messing up my timings. I'm trying to get it to do a flurry rush right now. There we go. Ah, he killed me. All right.
Oh.
That was some poor playing. So unfortunately, what this means is we have to go back to the beginning of the fights. I have to fight through all of them again. That's the downside of this. If you die at any point during the fights, you get sent right back to the beginning.
To be fair, it did take me like 2 months to get here.
Yeah.
And you got here in a few minutes, so
Yeah.
I have faith in you. We'll get back.
We get to do this a little bit cleaner. Oh, cool. They put us all the way back here. So sometimes you move too fast. Usually what happens is you get an autosave right inside the door where we were. But since we move so quickly, the game can't actually save in time. So we got a Guardian trying to snipe us over there, but I'm just going to hide behind the wall a little bit.
We have a couple of donations. The first donation is from Christopher Cooley. He donates $50 with no comment.
Thank you
The
very
second
much.
donation is from Matt R. Matt R donates $125.
Wow.
Very nice.
Thank you so much for that donation. That's huge.
He left the comment, Ganon is not nearly as powerful as 2 mighty bananas.
It's all about the bananas. All right, so we're going to do this. You guys get to see this cool trick again. That's what everybody really wants to see, right? You want to see this flashy stuff?
I mean, we're ahead of schedule.
Are we?
Can see cool tricks all night.
Sweet. All right, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to go walk ahead of, again. I didn't have the right bow. I just realized that. So we're actually going to have to reload again. So we're going to do like no damage to him because I shot him with the very first bow we grabbed in the game. So let's see if these autosaves actually are good. Okay, cool. This put us right where we need to be. So let's actually get the bow we need equipped and the right weapon. Let's do this again. 3rd time's the charm, right?
Yep.
Nope. So the movements are very exact. And the reason that I'm swinging the weapon before I go is because when Link swings a 2-handed weapon, he's forced to be stationary. So you
Okay.
can actually buffer your movements. And what I mean by that is you can actually put in your movements before Link moves. So as soon as that animation's canceled, he's going to move whichever way I was pushing the joystick.
It's a more precise way to get him exactly where you want him.
Exactly. That's why I also did it when I was doing the bullet time bounces. I would swing before I jumped, because that way I was just holding forward the entire time. So this should work again.
He doesn't look like he's having a good time.
There we go.
Nice.
So it was only a couple of days between the discovery of that glitch and having an actual consistent setup that we can do pretty much every try. All right. All right, cool. So we're still actually, the community's still experimenting kind of with seeing if we can use a skip of sorts or get preemptive damage on other, either Blights or Calamity himself. It's still being worked, but longer categories like all shrines, I know Master Sword and Dungeons, and a couple other ones. The cutscene skip actually works really well because they can actually one-shot Calamity because they
Wow.
complete all of the that's the wrong weapon. They complete all of the Divine Beasts. So usually that's where you'd find these guys, is in the Divine Beasts. Since we skipped them, they're all here in a row. Also, Ganon is at full health. So every time you beat a Divine Beast, it knocks it down, I think, at roughly an eighth. So when you beat all 4 Divine Beasts, Calamity is actually at half health when you get to him. But in this case, he is at full health, which kind of sucks. All right, we gotta blow this guy up again. Let's see if he behaves this time. 1, 2, 3, jump. Here we go. All right, cool. So we should be able to one cycle him. What I mean by
Very
that
cool.
is, no, we missed it. So usually you can kill him before he teleports away. We missed a couple hits on that one, so it's fine. Still super quick. All right, back onto Thunderblade. 2, 3. Missed one. Headshot. So we missed one of the hits, so we actually just gotta. And the cool thing about this boss rush, though, is that usually they're pretty predictable. You pretty much do the same exact fight every single time.
Right.
It's not kind of RNG, which I've known and thrown RNG around a lot. It means random number generator. There's not really a factor of randomness to these. Calamity, on the other hand, is pretty much entirely random. So break the shield. Turn around and start spin attacking. The double hits, and there we go. All right, cool. So we're back on Calamity. Let's try to actually kill him this time, shall we?
Let's.
Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna throw our weapon at his face. Because, well, he deserves it. There we go, we got the Flurry Rush first try. So Flurry Rush
Nice.
is a slow motion attack. You get it from dodging an attack at the right frame. So he's gonna do that, and now he should shoot a laser at us. So we're gonna pick up the sword, we're gonna pick up the shield, I'm gonna sprint ahead. I'm gonna grab this guy too. So now we're gonna just start shooting Ganon in the face. Actually gonna switch to the bomb arrows because they do more damage. I'm just gonna headshot him a bunch.
And these were the arrows that you found earlier that you needed for this particular part.
These arrows that I'm firing right now, actually, we literally just picked up off the ground. So I actually have to go find the bow over here, because we're going to need it. Okay, so Ganon's up on the wall right now, which isn't a very comfortable place for him to be. Okay, I gotta run away. He's gonna throw these tornadoes at me. I gotta try not to get hit by him, but we're also gonna knock him off. Okay, he's back down. So now we can continue shooting him in the face. Switch to regular arrows again. Should be relatively soon we get him down. Hopefully he doesn't go to the wall again. Now that I said he's going to go to the wall again, probably. So this is phase one of Calamity. Like the scariest part of that is like the first couple seconds when you first get into it. So that was phase one. It's pretty much just dodge the first attacks, don't get killed, and now you're on to phase two. Phase two, we got a cool thing coming up. All right, so he went to the wall. Just super unfortunate. We're going to switch our shields to the more durable one. Usually the best opening you can get is he... all right, we're going to run. Is he will just shoot one of those lasers right off the bat. And what you usually do is you just parry that laser back into his face, it stuns him, and then we start the next part. Okay, so we got the fireball. This is the slowest attack. But we parried it right back at his face. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're actually going to start something called the stun lock. We're going to hit him 3 times. Jump. And we're going to slam. We're going to throw this weapon at him. So now, the timing for this is as soon as Calamity puts that spear into the ground, we're going to do a slam attack. And the reason we do that is it puts him into a permanently stunned state. So we're actually not even going to give him a chance to attack us. And that was Calamity Ganon.
Awesome. Give it up for this man.
All right, now we're on to the last boss, the Big Pig. So Calamity Ganon has been defeated. Ganon's true form of Dark Beast comes out. And he's a giant pig. So this is kind of the anticlimactic ending to the speedrun. It's very auto-scrolly. So we have to wait for certain text to go through. We play some target practice. And it'll be the end of the game.
We had another anonymous $25 donation. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay, so we gotta wait around here. Hopefully he doesn't turn. Okay, cool. So on this line, when I see that single line pop up, I know I can start making my way towards where I gotta be. So unfortunately, he's turning. And now we gotta shoot that one, and that one. Cool. So we got that half done. Now we got to run to the other side and repeat. Horse. Behave.
Do you have a funny name for the horse when he doesn't behave?
No. We just call him Horse. It's actually just a random horse. I don't know where he comes from. He was probably just like eating some grass, chilling out with his horse friends.
And now he's in a battle for
and then we're
the
like,
fate
dude,
of the universe.
Yeah, we're battling for the fate of the entire planet currently. So we'll shoot that guy up there, hit that one, and then that one. So now we got to go over here, prevent the horse from getting stepped on, because we don't want the horse to die. And
He just got here. He doesn't deserve that.
And those of you in Twitch chat watching from the Breath of the Wild community know I will not kill the horse. I will probably feed the horse. So kill the animals or feed the animals is an old Metroid reference.
Yep.
And that's a thing you can do here in Breath of the Wild, depending on if you get... oh no. Okay, cool. I thought for a second we were going to die Dark Beast. That would have been embarrassing. So the second to last one is right here, under his belly. Just gotta shoot that. Don't think I can feed the horse. I would like to, but I don't see. Yeah, I can't. Can't do it, unfortunately. It's fine. All right, so Calamity Ganon's at the very end. We're just waiting for a little bit of blight to pop out of his head right here. There we go, and that's the game.
Excellent work. Let's give it up.
So this is just one of many categories that are run in this game. Any percent is currently the shortest, but there are categories like Master Sword, where you just try and get the Master Sword as fast as humanly possible. There's actually 2 subcategories in that. There's Master Sword and Dungeons, so complete the Master Sword, all the Divine Beast, and Ganon. There is All Shrines, which shout out to Limcube. He is the reason that I learned this. He created the tutorial series for this. He is currently running All Shrines plus DLC content, which is a 10-hour run. The guy is a madman. And then there's also people like Specs and Stats and Chicago Rusty, which run the 100% category.
How long does that take?
The world record's around 23 hours.
Ooh, we're not doing that
No,
here.
we're not. But yeah, so I just want to give a shout out to the entire Breath of the Wild community. Thank you guys for being awesome friends. My friend Eric for shooting out a donation last night. My wife Liz for supporting me in all of this. My in-laws for donating money, and everybody else here at Red Ventures that turned out and donated for this amazing, amazing cause. And to Wesley here. Wesley has been the main organizer of this entire thing, and we wouldn't really have been able to do this. It would have just been an idea that kind of Bobby and I had one day if it wasn't for you. So thank you so much for everything that you've done for this. Hopefully this goes well enough and we can do it again next year and get a little more.
We're doing it again next year, and we're going to
Doesn't
get
matter.
bigger.
We're doing it next year.
We got this. But awesome. That was really, really cool.
Thank you.
That's inspiring me to actually finish this game myself.
It is a great game if you just go ahead and play it on its own. I have sunk hundreds of hours into it as it is.
Hundreds?
Yeah, no, literally.
More?
I wouldn't say thousands yet. I'm
Okay.
getting there.
Yet.
I'm getting there.
Life goals. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody.
That was awesome. And thank you to everyone who donated during that. If you are on campus, an RV employee, and met any of the donation goals we set, we will get in contact with you for your swag. I think someone definitely got that painting, so we'll get that out. And yeah, we're gonna let you hang out with cool Italian Zelda for a second, and we're gonna tear down and get ready for the next game. So thank you for hanging out, and we'll be back shortly. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.